So, what am I talking about today? We're talking about, alright guys, so today we're talking about shoulders. I got a couple clips that I'm going to run through for you guys really quickly. They're going to be 3 different shoulder exercises, so that's what I'm talking about today. Shoulder exercises, also known as your deltoid. People that don't know, your deltoid is this area right here, your shoulder area. So 3 things really quickly about your deltoid. You have 3 different heads of your deltoid. So the first one is your anterior deltoid. That's right here. You have your lateral deltoid, which is right here, and then you have your posterior deltoid, which is in the back, obviously. So I'm giving you 3 exercises that basically it's 1 exercise per each head of your deltoid. So I have, what do I have? I have the seated dumbbell shoulder press for your anterior deltoid. I have the side lateral dumbbell raise for your lateral head, and then I have seated reverse incline dumbbell flies for your posterior deltoid. The golden ticket really is to get 3 to 5 sets. This is training hypertrophy style. 3 to 5 sets, no fewer than 8 reps, no more than 15 reps. So a good sets and reps number would be 4 by 10, a 5 by 10, 3 by 12, 3 by 15, things like that. 3 by 8 for strength. I kind of mix it up. I'm always changing my workouts, so it really varies on what I'm trying to do that day. So for the seated dumbbell press, the first thing that you're going to be looking at is me getting the dumbbell up to the shoulder area. That, to me, being a beginner, was the hardest part. Granted, pressing is probably my weakest point. That was the most difficult part for dumbbell press for me. Another thing is you do not have to extend all the way up. You don't have to lock out. A big thing you'll hear me talk about is time under tension. So that is basically when the muscle is being contracted. So if you start out with the dumbbells touching your shoulder, which is what I like to do, you're going to go all the way up, but you do not need to lock your arms straight out. To be honest, that's not good. You never want to lock out any body part for an exercise that you're doing. You just want to keep it under tension. So again, for this one, depending on the weight, I'll do roughly 3 by 12 reps, and I will do this first because the seated shoulder press hits a good portion of your deltoid, not just the anterior, but it's a little bit lateral and so on and so forth. Second, we have the side lateral raises, which you can see I'm starting them on the outsides of my quads. I'm bringing them up and I'm getting just above parallel. And also, if you look very closely, my pinkies are just above the, I don't know what's called, the outside of the dumbbell, the front of the dumbbell. They are just above it, which creates the constant tension on your lateral head. It's very easy to control the weight, sort of speak, with your arms. You really want to make sure you're lifting with your shoulders. You don't want to be lifting the weight just with your arms. You want to be using your shoulders. You want to put all of that tension on the lateral head. That's going to be that mind to muscle connection. That's where you're going to get after you do implement this into your workouts. You start feeling the contraction, you start feeling the burn, you start feeling where it's supposed to be working, then you'll be able to incorporate that more and you'll get that mind muscle connection down. Again, for this one, I do about, I tend to do a higher volume with this. I'll do a 5 by 10 for this usually. The last exercise that I have is again for rear delts. Rear delts are very stubborn. A lot of people you'll see, if you look at them from the side, they won't have those boulder shoulders. They'll have a highly developed front shoulder, but you'll see it kind of, it just doesn't look right. It's basically looks pushed forward. that's because their rear delts are underdeveloped and they need to work on those. I kill my rear delts. Usually it's after a pull workout, so if I'm doing a lot of rowing movements for my back, it's already using or hitting some of my rear delt. I just like to finish it off afterwards on a pull. But if you are just doing it just strictly shoulder workout, do rear delts with your shoulders. Do them last, so that way they're already somewhat fatigued. You've already been doing something to somewhat fatigue them, because they're a very stubborn muscle to hit. I mean, you can do them first, obviously, that's fine, as long as you have a good mind-muscle connection. You understand what you're hitting and you're not just moving weight to move weight. So my opinion, my advice, hit them last, wait until they're a little fatigued, and really just absolutely crush them at the end of your workout. For rear delt flies, I like to get higher volume, moderate weight, usually much lighter weight if I'm doing the exercise that you just saw, which is this one right here. Usually much lighter weight, I'm doing it maybe 10 pounds, and you can still feel the burn as long as you're squeezing it. So we'll do probably a 5x10 for this as well. So that is my advice on shoulders. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, hopefully 5 minutes at the most. I'm gonna edit it out, cut it, slim it down, trim it down, not slim it down, trim it down, get the video right. Hopefully it's enough information for you guys to come in or go out and do a couple of these exercises. I'm still thinking of a video to post next week, but as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support I'm getting. Please send me questions, whatever you guys would like, and I'll see you next video.